Welcome to this short presentation which has been created to tell you all about your new Broadband Max service. We'll only take a few minutes, and the important information that we're going to give you should ensure that your move to the new service is quick and straightforward. Broadband Max is a new service which has been designed to achieve the best possible line rate both for existing and new customers. Depending on line conditions and distance from the exchange, Broadband Max customers may well expect improved broadband line rate performance and in many cases tremendous improvements. Following the activation of your new service, there is a 10-day stabilisation period during which time a careful examination of your telephone line will establish the maximum rate at which your broadband connection can perform, while still remaining stable and reliable. During the first 24 to 48 hours of this 10-day period, some customers may experience intermittent service. However, you shouldn't report a fault during this time, as your broadband service will be adapting to the new line rate. To get the most from this 10-day period, it's important to keep your computer switched on and connected to broadband for as long as you possibly can. This gives us a better opportunity to determine the maximum stable rate at which your broadband service will operate. It's important to be aware that the maximum line rate is limited by a wide range of issues. Examples are the type of modem you have, the condition of the internal wiring in your premises, distance from the exchange, and interference from various electrical items. This is why two properties situated close together might not necessarily have similar line rates. As we've already explained, some of you may experience problems with the connection during the first 48 hours. However, in the event of the new service not working at all, it's important that the following simple checks are undertaken before reporting a fault. Firstly, telephone extension wiring is one of the main areas that cause problems. So, if you're able to, it's important to test your equipment by plugging it directly into the master socket using a microfilter. So you'll need to locate the master socket, which looks like this. You'll then need to remove the lower section and plug your microfilter into the socket here. Then plug your modem or router into the microfilter in the normal way. And finally, connect your computer. If you're able to connect successfully from here, but not another socket or extension, this may indicate a problem with your internal wiring. It's more important for the faster service that all of the appliances connected to your telephone line are correctly filtered, so check for phones, faxes, answering machines, alarms, and television set-top boxes that might use the telephone line. Some of these items, especially alarms, might not be obvious, so you need to check very carefully. Any product that uses the telephone line will require filters, and additional filters are available from your service provider or other high street electrical and computer suppliers. Having a Broadband Max connection may highlight download speed variations, and this can be for a variety of reasons. Download fluctuations may be nothing at all to do with your own broadband connection. For example, at peak periods on some networks, high volumes of users can cause congestion, slowing things down. Equally, if the website you're visiting has a poor connection, the download speed achieved may be far less than you've become accustomed to with your faster broadband. For those of you who enjoy online gaming, you may well be aware of a feature of this service called interleaving, which ensures a much more stable connection, but can reduce the line rate fractionally. This feature can be disabled, but doing so may reduce the overall stability of your connection. A feature of Broadband Max is that it will always attempt to give you a reliable connection, and if it encounters problems, it will drop the operating rate accordingly. If you notice a sustained drop in the line rate over a long period, powering down your equipment and reconnecting to your broadband service may improve your connection rate. Well, that completes this brief introduction to your new Broadband Max service. Just to recap, there is a 10-day stabilisation period during which time you should try to have your equipment connected as much as possible. This will help us establish the maximum stable and reliable line rate for your service. You may also experience losses in connection during this time, which doesn't necessarily mean there is a fault. It's important that every item of equipment connected to your telephone line is properly filtered. I hope you found this information helpful, and I really hope you enjoy the exciting benefits of Broadband Max.